Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Marvin's Room. Thank you guys, as always, for joining me wherever you're at in the world. And to the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I wanted to jump on here today, man, and make a video to talk to you guys about pretty much letting the universe move the chess pieces, because I feel like a lot of you guys get so impatient on what it is that you're trying to manifest, and you guys are watching so many videos, whether it's from myself or another YouTuber, and you start to kind of get down on yourselves and feel like, oh, I'm doing this wrong. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of times a lot of you guys may not be doing it wrong, unless you're putting out too much energy, putting out too much effort, and you're trying to force instead of relaxing and allowing. Then I would say, okay, yeah, you're probably doing it wrong. But other than that, I want you guys to understand something. No matter if it's myself, no matter if it's another YouTuber, your favorite YouTuber, no matter if it's Abraham Hicks, no matter if it's Neville, like, I want you guys to all understand the universe has to give its time to move the chess pieces, and the universe doesn't move the chess pieces when you want the chess pieces to move. The universe moves the chess pieces when the time is right. So depending on what your manifestation is, whether it's money, career, specific person, etc., you guys got to give the universe time to move the chess pieces. And that is may not happen in 30 days. That may not happen in 60 days. And like I was saying, your favorite YouTuber, your favorite teacher, whoever that may be, Abraham Hicks, Neville, we've all had that period of time where, things didn't happen as fast as we wanted it to happen. I remember reading one of Neville's books. I forget which book it is. It might be in The Power of Awareness. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I remember it was a story about, I believe it was him and his brother or something like that, because it's been such a long time since I read the story. But it was basically like it took them almost 2 years to manifest buying a certain business of some sort. Like I said, the story is kind of vague to me. I don't remember because it's been a while since I read the story. But I'm saying that to say, even someone like Neville on his level, whatever the case may be, the manifestation in particular, that particular one, took about 2 years. You know what I mean, for it to happen. So you guys got to get rid of this idea that, oh, you're doing it wrong, or you guys got to stop, going on blogs and making people, allowing people to make you feel like you're doing it wrong, because some of these people on these blogs, they're like hardcore with some of the stuff they say, and they make it seem like, oh, everything's so easy. Oh, it's literally just living in the end. Oh, it's just that. And people make it sound like they're these powerful manifestors. And it's like, no, a lot of y'all out here are not as powerful as manifestors as y'all think y'all are, as y'all say y'all are. And like I said, your favorite YouTuber, doesn't matter who it is, they all took time to get to a certain level, to manifest certain things. I just gave you an example about Neville. I remember recently watching something with Bob Proctor, and Bob Proctor was like, oh, I want to hit 100 million. I think it was in a year, because Bob Proctor hasn't hit that goal yet. And somebody like Bob Proctor, who's on a level that's like, I would consider like way high, when it comes to talking about law of attraction and the laws of the universe and all of that type of stuff. Even somebody like him, he still hasn't hit that 100 million. So what? You're going to say, oh, I can't follow Bob because Bob doesn't know what he's talking about because he hasn't hit that goal? No, you can't say that, because like I said, everybody has to give the universe time to move the chess pieces. It's not going to happen when you want it to happen. It may happen in a month. It may happen in 6 months. It may happen in a year. Everyone is different. We all get our manifestations at different times, at the appointed time, when the time is right. You know what I'm saying? So the Neville example and Bob Proctor example is just a couple examples that you could probably find out of, whether it's people that are higher up in this law of attraction stuff or law of assumption stuff, or, smaller YouTubers, or, other YouTubers, you know what I mean? Even in my situation, when manifesting my specific person, you know what I'm saying? It didn't take me 5 years. People hear my story and they don't really listen to this story. They hear and they say, and then you have dickheads on Reddit that say, oh, it took them 5 years. I wouldn't listen to somebody that took 5 years to get a manifestation. It's like, no, dickhead, it didn't take me 5 years. 5 years was the time that I was studying, but I wasn't applying. The year I actually started to apply and study, I got my manifestation in less than 10 months. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to understand that. And I kind of found a pattern with that, you know, and working with people over the past year or so, and just observing different scenarios and situations in people's lives from a distance. And I realized that it seems like with this manifestation stuff, whatever people want to manifest, you know, people usually seem to get what they want, I would say, in a time frame of within a year or two. You know what I'm saying? 2 years is usually, I would say, max. But when you actually apply the work and you get your self-concept and you actually really work on letting go, because that to me, I think, is the biggest piece, is letting go and not worrying about the when, the how. You know what I mean? Or if you're doing this right, if you're doing that right, listening to other people's opinions, listening to other people making you feel like you're doing it wrong, reading comments on Facebook or other videos and people commenting you, making you feel like you're an idiot, you're doing it wrong, or watching other YouTube coaches bash and talk and say, oh, this person is, don't listen to this coach or don't listen to that. I want you guys to understand something. If another coach has to bash, you know what I mean, what you're doing, or if another coach has to bash what another YouTuber is doing, I want you to think about where that's coming from, what kind of level of manifestation that's coming from, what kind of level of insecurity, because somebody who's really true and spiritual and understands laws and understands the universe would never talk shit or talk down on another YouTuber, another coach in that sort of light, especially and put it in a video and say, oh, this person is da 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 da, or this person is, or this YouTuber is da 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 da. Like, in my personal opinion, that's what I personally believe, that nobody that is really spiritually awakened, or whatever you want to call it, whatever term you want to use, they would never talk about another person like that, or they would never come at somebody's neck, or, you know, call them names or say, oh, this person's an idiot. Because understand, like I said in one of my other videos, every teacher brings something to the table. I don't care who it is, whether it's myself, whether it's somebody newer than myself, whether it's, we all bring something to the table, and there's no such thing as this one size fits all with this law of attraction manifestation stuff. So you may resonate with somebody over here better than you resonate with somebody over here. You may enjoy someone else's work over here than you enjoy this person's work. But understand, we all bring something to the table, and understand we're all essentially saying the same thing. You know, just because this person isn't talking about law of assumption doesn't mean that this person is wrong. You know, just because this person is talking about law of attraction doesn't mean, oh, I'm not going to listen. This person doesn't know what they're talking about. Oh, they're wrong. You know, oh, Abraham Hicks, I'm studying law of assumption, or listen, we're all using the laws of the universe to help all of us get to the same goal. And that's to manifest whatever it is that you want. But in order for that to happen, is like I said, you got to allow the universe time to move the chess pieces. Not when you want it to happen, but when the universe deems it right to happen. Because I just gave you an example from Neville, I gave you an example from Bob Proctor, and I gave you an example with myself. You know what I mean? And there's a myriad of other examples you can go out there and find with different teachers and YouTubers. Your favorite YouTuber, no matter if they have 50,000 subscribers, no matter if they have 100,000 subscribers, they started at a certain place. And they didn't get there in a year's time, you know, 9 times out of 10. They didn't get there in 2 years' time, 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to build and to grow your faith on whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. So always remember that. So please, if you're feeling like you're failing, if you're feeling like you're falling behind, 9 times out of 10, you're not. You're listening to your ego too much. You're listening to your mind. You're getting caught up in what other people are saying in the comments of videos and saying, oh, it only took me 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Listen, cut all that out. Cut out all the distractions and understand the fact that you're learning this stuff, period, the fact that you're even trying to put certain things into practice, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Don't give yourself a time limit. Don't give yourself a time frame. Just continue to do the work. Continue to persist when it feels right, when it feels natural. Because that's another thing people do wrong, is taking action outside of alignment. Taking action when you're in alignment is is the fastest way, in my opinion, to help get what you want. But a lot of you guys don't realize you're taking action outside of being in alignment. You know, me personally, in my life, I don't take action unless I'm in alignment with stuff. You know, but people, they pump this idea into your head. Oh, you got to work hard. Oh, you got to get up and show up even when you don't feel like it. You know, like all of these cliche sayings, I no longer believe any of that shit. I no longer believe any of that bullshit. Oh, you got to work when you don't feel like it. Oh, you got to do things when you don't feel like it. Listen, me personally, I live in my life in a state of flow. If I don't feel like doing something, guess what? I'm not going to do it. If I made plans, but I feel like I need to cancel it, guess what? I'm going to cancel it. No F's given. I'm not going to feel bad about putting myself first, putting, my needs first. If something doesn't feel like it's in alignment with what I want, guess what? I'm not going to do it. I never really act anymore when I'm not in alignment with things. And I'm going to leave you guys with that golden tip to end this video as well, is to always make sure, or as Abraham Hicks says, always make sure you're in the vortex when you make decisions or when you do anything. Because when you're outside of the vortex, that's when you're trying to force stuff. All right, guys, it's been another episode of Marvin's Room. Thank you guys as always. I hope I dropped some gems in today's video, something that you can take with you for the rest of this week, for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year, and just get better and just keep growing. And like I said, stop listening to other people's opinions and letting people in different blogs and whatever the case may be make you feel like you're doing it wrong or it shouldn't take this long. Everything's different. Everything has its appointed time. Always remember that. Everything has its appointed time. For this person, it may take 30 days. For this person, it may take 6 months. For, in cases like Neville example I gave you, it took him a couple years. You know what I'm saying? But either way, just don't give up. Set the intention. Continue to believe. Live in your assumption. Dream come true. All right, guys. It's been another episode of Marvin's Room. We'll talk to you guys. See you guys next time. You know where, you know when.